Today we have a producer Geeta and director Ian of the film Algorithm. Let's talk with them. Ma'am, what kind of film you have produced? The name is Algorithm. Can you tell something about the film?
Yes. Algorithms is a documentary on the blind chess players of India. It has been taken over 3 years. We follow 3 boys and one main, you could say, a guru-like figure. We follow 4 of them over 3 years. This is the first ever documentary on blind chess in the world, and I'm very happy to say that it is from India, my country. And the director is Ian. He's from England, and yes, he's also a sports sociologist and a documentary filmmaker. But he will tell you more about the film.
Sir, can you tell him what is the one thing which you have inspired to make this film?
The thing that inspired me to make the film, initially it was just curiosity. I was curious to know something about the nature of this world, the world of blind chess. I came across a newspaper report actually a few years back, and I kept that report with me for nearly 3 years, thinking this is something I wanted to. And finally I got the opportunity to look into it and explored it, and I found out that this was a massive community, a thriving but relatively unknown community, thousands of players in India, blind and partially sighted, playing chess. So I thought I have to make a film on this. So the film provides a window into this world of the blind chess in India, and then of course it's international because there's international tournaments. So we follow these 3 boys competing in national tournaments, and then we go with them abroad to Sweden, to Serbia, to the World Championship in Greece. So we're exposed to the international blind chess community. So it was initially curiosity, followed by amazement that there was such a thriving community, and then also the thing that really drew us into this, that meant that what was initially planned as a 6-month shoot turned into a 3-year shoot, was the layers, the depths of the number of issues that it raises. It forces us, the sighted, to begin to think about the nature of the sighted world, the nature of sight, the difference between sight and vision, the idea of blindness not necessarily being a disability actually, but merely a different way of being in the world. The problem that blind people face isn't necessarily their lack of sight, but it's a lack of provision. The technology is there now, the infrastructure is there, but it's not provided for them. So I think this film gets you to think, gets us, the sighted people, to think about these issues. And chess is a fantastic game to illustrate this. It's the only game where the blind can play on par with sighted. So the blind players get a sense of equality with the sighted. It's the only game because there's no modification of rule. So they can't, especially for the children, they can't play outdoor games, they can't play football, cricket, but they can sit down opposite their sighted counterpart and play on equal terms. So it gives them a fantastic sense of equality and empowerment. So I think that's an important aspect of the film too.
Indian cinema is celebrating 100 years of cinema. So what you would like to say on this?
See, one of the I think Indian cinema is the only cinema that is standing on its own 2 feet against Hollywood, and I think that is because it has very deep connection with the roots are very deep, and to the culture of the land. And I think this is very important, and I think we should try and understand Indian cinema in very many different ways. And Indian cinema is not just Hindi cinema, it is Hindi cinema also, but it's also regional cinema, it's cinema from all over India. And we have to try and maintain that. I'm not saying we should get very insular and say we have to go very Indian, it's not that. But we have something that can stand up to Hollywood, and we should retain that, I think.
Film Bazaar is going on. Today is the last day. What do you think? How much a big opportunity for the filmmaker this has becoming?
I think it's difficult to say now. We're in the middle of it, and we're talking to lots of people, and so it's difficult to say whether it will provide any benefit. But certainly, what it does do, it provides a forum for feedback. Lots of people have been watching our film here in the Film Bazaar and giving us their frank feedback. It's been overwhelmingly positive, but there's also some criticism there. It's a film that divides people. Some people like certain aspects of it, which is how it should be. So because ours is a film that really challenges the audience to think. So Film Bazaar has been excellent in providing us a forum to interact with professionals from film festivals from around the world, from distributors, in a way that's very difficult otherwise. You know, within a space of a few days, you know, we've had wonderful interactions with all sorts of people from different parts of the world. So it's been, just from that point of view, whatever else comes of it, I think, you know, it's been rewarding.
Thanks for talking Newspoint.
Thank you very much.